What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Footy Fetish. It's episode 4 with me, Alfie Vincent, my co-host Mark,
yo,
and Harry. And we've got 2 special guests with us today. Ollie, want to say hi?
Hello.
And well, Alex, but we call him Hendry. So if you hear, we call him Hendry throughout. Say hi, Al.
Hey guys.
All right, yeah. So reason why we've got these guys here today, they're both Arsenal fans, and the primary focus of this podcast is talking about Arsenal, the current state that they're in, and where they can kind of go and what they can do to get better, I suppose. But even though I don't.
Are we meant to have
I
the
don't know
answers?
if there is it. I don't know if there is it. No, we're just gonna chat about it and see what.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, Arsenal have no idea what they're doing themselves today. So, but yeah, before that, I guess we should run through some of the stuff that happened in the football this week. Just run over the big games. Although, to be fair, just quick, Wolves have just beaten Chelsea 2-1. Surprising win. Good win for Wolves, I must say.
Big win for Wolves, yeah.
I did see one of the goals. It was from Podence, and it was an absolute belter. So
he's such a good player.
He's a really good player. Yeah. But first one, I guess we should talk about is a Manchester derby. Seemed like a pretty boring affair, to be honest.
De Gea,
actually watch it.
De Bruyne, De Arby. That's all I have to say.
I don't know whether I hate that or I love it.
I don't know. The audacity.
Yeah.
The audacity.
Come back to me in a bit.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, no, I didn't actually watch the Manchester derby, to be honest. I was working, but
Looks boring.
Did any Ollie or Alex? Did you catch any of it?
No, not particularly. It was 0-0 draw really.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a good result for United, to be fair, considering
true.
We drew with City, but City will probably be pretty pissed off. I mean, they had let's have a look here. They actually had less shots, but the same shots on target. Both teams only having 2 shots on target.
Oh, poor.
I know, poor attacking game for the boys. It was just basically a stalemate in the midfield, it looks like. But yeah, I don't know. 13 fouls from Manchester United. That's pretty bad. But that leaves Man United currently 9th, and City have crept into that top 7 mark.
Oh no, they're exceeding my expectations.
Yeah, man, you got to be careful.
See what Roy Keane had to say about the derby.
No, I didn't actually. What did he say?
He was not happy at all. He
I can imagine.
for a bit of a wobbly and went a bit nuts and said, this isn't a derby. But like, why are players hugging each other? Like players that play together before, players that play for England together. Why are they hugging each other? And like, what's all of this? Like, this is a derby. This is a Manchester derby. Like, you get in, you get stuck in. And, he went a bit unhappy, I think.
Him and Michael Richards is such a good duo. It works so well.
Yeah.
Like SpongeBob and Squidward.
That's a good comparison. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, to be fair, I can't remember what I was gonna say now. But I guess the Manchester derby isn't really that big of a derby.
No,
like it's more Man United Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like United fan, I guess I don't know. It might be different now because City are good. But
I'd say last 10 years I've been more excited to watch the Manchester derby than I have Man United Liverpool.
Fair, yeah.
I'd have to disagree.
There's been better moments in the Manchester derbies than there have in the Manchester Liverpool games. To be fair, I think. But yeah, no, 0-0 draw, just a boring game. Man United are a boring team, and City just got sort of sucked into that. I think I'm just going to take a massive guess on that. But the biggest thing of the weekend was basically Tottenham and Liverpool dropping points. I mean, Tottenham, I get it because they're playing Palace, and we're one of probably the best team in London right now. And then you've got Fulham. Well, I mean, Liverpool dropping points to Fulham is bad.
That's bad.
That is bad.
One of the best teams in the world, or if not the best team in the world, should not be drawing with a team like Fulham.
Yeah, and it wasn't like Fulham just sort of got a goal and then just held on.
No, they were stuck in. Yeah. They were going for it, man.
They were unlucky not to win.
Yeah, they had some good opportunities to put that game away, but
VAR liked to intervene again. So
yeah, true.
So some lucky moments there, but shit happens, guys.
But yeah, I don't know. I like this Fulham team. They could. We saying in the last couple of episodes that Fulham could shock a couple teams, I think, and they've got something about them. Out of the bottom 5 teams, I guess we'll include Arsenal in there. Why not? Yeah, they've got sort of the most about them going up top, really, haven't they? I guess. But
good team. I think they're going to be one of those teams that I think like Norwich last year they managed to beat teams like City. So I think
but Norwich did come bottom of the table.
Yeah, I know, but they still beat City, where most teams.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, Norwich reached a point where they remembered they were Norwich, but Fulham haven't reached that point yet. Maybe they will.
Yeah, Pookie had like a mad couple of weeks and then just didn't do anything for the rest of the season.
Player of the month.
And then no one said anything about it for the rest of the season. No one talked about how crap he became.
But what could you expect? Like, we didn't expect him to do that. What he ended up being is what people expected him to be in the first place. So I guess that's sort of maybe why. But a quick thing about the Palace-Tottenham game. Looking at the stats, actually, I did watch this game. It was a bit of a mad one. I mean, Gaeta kept us in it for he made like 3 or 4 world-class saves that kept us in the game, basically. But made an absolute howler for the Harry Kane goal. So it's a bit of a 50-50 really, but I actually was quite impressed with how we played. I think considering Tottenham have got a much better defensive unit than they did last season, I'm quite impressed with the way Zaha and Eze managed to work their midfield a bit. Even Benteke was actually asserting his dominance sort of in the air, winning headers and that kind of thing, which is quite impressive. But, I mean, we had more shots than them.
That's impressive.
And we had the same pass accuracy. And when you think of the midfielders that we've got compared to them, that's actually kind of mad. I mean, we played like MacArthur and Milivojevic, not very creative guys whipping passes around. But no, it's not bad result, to be fair.
I think for a couple of teams this weekend, having fans back made a big difference.
Yeah, true. I guess that is. We did have the fans back at Selhurst Park, which was
Fulham
good
as well, and Everton.
And that's just good points, actually. Obviously, we will touch on the Burnley-Arsenal game, but I guess we might as well just get into that now.
We'll go past it quickly.
We might as well just get into that now. If we're going to start with Arsenal, obviously, let's get into the most recent result that's just happened. A 1-0 defeat to Burnley. Obviously, there's a lot to unpack here. Obviously, Xhaka getting sent off.
Yes, Andrew.
Nice background. Xhaka getting sent off, and El Neni arguably could have been sent off. I don't know what you guys think about that one. I mean, it was pretty outrageous what he was doing.
The fact that he just flopped to the ground as well and just tried to dive. I'm not sure why he's starting. In all honesty, I don't know why he's starting. Like, we need someone else, a more solid, sort of consistent player in there. And then he went away. Obviously, he wasn't playing with us last year. He came back and he looked all right for the first maybe game or so, and then he just fell off and he never really got back on it, I don't think.
The thing I like about Onelli is keeping ball possession. He's doing some key passing, but the thing is, he's not threatening going forward, and you need one of those two centre mids to be providing that. So I don't think he's doing the greatest job at it, but I think he's much better than other players that like Xhaka that we've yet to go on and discuss. I do like El Neni. I think he's one of the pieces of at the start of the season. I definitely thought he's one of the pieces of the what are we calling them, like rubbish players that we just think of selling. And now I think he's all right. You can pay.
I think he's worth having in the squad, definitely.
Yeah,
he's good at passing the ball sideways.
Perfect.
Like if you need someone to spread it wide, he's good at doing that. I don't know.
That's the old school Arsenal way.
Yeah.
Ceballos definitely is first team choice, though. I don't know why we started with El Neni.
So do you play like a 3-4-3 right now? Is that what your favoured formation at the moment, or is it like a 4-3-2 or 4-2-3-1, or is that?
Well, we played a 4-2-3-1 against Burnley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like that formation for you guys.
No, I think it leaves us, especially when we're not when we haven't got Partey starting.
Yeah.
Well, we've got obviously two, Xhaka and Oneni in the back there, and it's just a bit like we need someone. Well, we need Partey back in there to make it a bit more solid, because I think that those two aren't, as a partnership, they look all right occasionally, but they're just not consistent and they're not strong enough together.
Yeah. I mean, El Neni and Xhaka, as your midfielding duo, basically, it's not great. I like, to be honest, if you had a midfield three, if you had played a 4-3-3, and you played Partey as the defensive midfielder, and then you got Ceballos, and then you put a creative midfielder with them, that's actually a great midfield.
No, definitely. I think that's one of the key positions that we're missing at the moment. We're missing that creative midfielder, that Santi Cazorla, that little magician that he was.
Mate, what you would do? Santi Cazorla in this team would absolutely would redo. Well, I guess you got Ozil. You could always try and put Ozil.
Would a Grealish fit here?
Yeah, that's basically one of my favourites. I think for that sort of position, definitely.
Would Arsenal pay 100 mil for him though?
No.
Would he go to Arsenal?
Yeah, he would go to Arsenal. Grealish would definitely go to Arsenal. If they had the money, if they paid it money for the transfer, he'd go.
In 10 years' time when he's past it.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of, coming up to this, actually, we might as well talk about the attacking midfielder while we're here. I was thinking of a couple of players that you could sign. I had Grealish down. I had Buendia from Norwich last season. I think he's still at Norwich. Let me have a look. But yeah, he was. He's playing for Norwich now. I thought he was really good last year for Norwich. He was really creative. At the beginning of the season, he was linking up well with Pookie and that when they were actually playing well. Obviously, it got a bit stale, but I think you could get him for cheap as well. You could get him for like 30 million. I think it'd be quite nice. I always got James Maddison on here as well.
Oh. That's another person I was also sort of had in my mind.
Yeah, I think he would cut. I think he would go if you guys would pay. It is. I know Leicester obviously doing better than you guys at the moment, but in terms of Arsenal and Leicester, Arsenal are a step. It is a step up in terms of name. I think club. It is a step up. So I think especially obviously there's rumours about Arteta's future. We'll get onto that. Obviously what's his face?
What about a Mason Mount?
I don't think he's leaving Chelsea, man. Frank likes him a lot.
Yeah.
Frank likes him. I was thinking about Mount, but then I just think Frank likes him a bit too much. If he's getting in over Havertz, I mean,
a bit too much is a bit of an understatement.
They both play tonight.
Oh, do they both play tonight?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's interesting. And they lost as well. Jeez. But yeah, Coutinho as well is another player I've got on here.
Yeah, well, obviously we were linked with him. Was it last summer or this summer? I think it was. Yeah, we were linked with him, and nothing ever came of it in the end. I'm not sure. I think he would be one of those players, a bit like Pepe so far, that we paid sort of over the odds for, and maybe wouldn't actually perform in the way that we'd actually want him to. And
I would happily take
a pricing situation where we've paid a lot.
Yeah, I would happily take any. To be fair, I'd happily take any Bayern Munich player on the bench, like anyone from the team. Really, I think
he's back at Barcelona at the moment. And he's got 9 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists.
But
Barcelona aren't great right now. But
it's interesting he can't make the team. Is he playing first?
Well, I mean, he's only got 9
football?
appearances, so I can't. Well, I can't imagine he's starting too much at the moment. Let's have a look. But yeah, I don't know if you could maybe go for him on loan. Try and put him on loan, see how he goes. Barcelona aren't really against sending him out on loan. Obviously, they've done it with Bayern Munich, and they've
bit them in the foot, didn't it?
Ollie, do you think we will actually make any signings this transfer window coming?
I think I'm not 100% sure. I think the way sort of the whole atmosphere is at the moment with Arteta, I'm not sure the board will be giving him lots to play with in Jan, but obviously they never do give much obviously to play with in that sort of January transfer window, to be honest. But even still, I don't think that there's anyone that is a clear favourite to be signed by us at the moment. I don't think we're really going to 100% push it, and if we do, I don't see it being a big name, like a big sort of a creative midfielder that we would need. I don't see that coming in January.
So I was originally wanting Saliba to go out on loan, but the way we're playing at the moment, I want him to be in the first team. I don't know why. Players like Mustafi,
Arteta doesn't want him.
Everyone else, I
don't.
It's
so weird.
I think there must be something going on behind the scenes, especially with the whole Ozil. I don't think it was Arteta's decision not to play him.
No,
you're going to have to pay a lot of money for anyone you want to sign, because all the selling clubs are going to see your league position and they think they're desperate. They're desperate. We can charge them extra and they'll cough it up.
Yeah.
We're a good example of that. I mean, we were like 80 millions, nothing less. Like, we knew that you would desperate for an attacking player like that. And
Yeah.
you can say what you like. Obviously, 80 million is it is a bit steep for him, but that's all a part of it, isn't it? Like you see, it was in the news so much before anything actually came of the deal. So Palace knew that the interest was heavily there.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. Unfortunately, for Arsenal right now, they're going to have to pay like an Arsenal interest on it or whatever.
I think our time of signing. Sorry, carry on.
I was going to say, you think that obviously if we'd pay 72 million, was it, for Pepe, and we wouldn't stretch that extra 8 million to get Zaha in, but obviously I think it was just the payment plan side of things that obviously Palace weren't happy with. I think they wanted obviously a lot more of it up front than we were willing to get. So obviously that's sort of probably the main reason why, but if you think about their actual values and what they could have brought to the team, I'm not sure Pepe was the correct choice, but obviously it was the only sort of choice that we could get in there. Obviously with you guys not wanting to obviously do us a little favour with the whole payment plan, but
there was a lot of hype around Pepe, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I don't know where from though. Like to be honest, I hadn't heard of him before Arsenal were trying to sign him.
Was he the first player to dribble past Van Dijk as well?
Yeah, but Van Dijk's shit, so what does it matter?
Can I just say quickly? Just want to.
I didn't see what that said.
Yeah, what did that say? Lacazette. Oh yeah, Lacazette. He does need to get in the bin. He is a terrible player.
Yeah,
he is so bad. Every time I don't know. Just every time he has a shot, he just somehow falls over.
Yeah.
And then he swaggers around like he's just scored a goal half the time.
Yeah,
Lacazette's one of those players that I feel like has to start for Arsenal, but I reckon doesn't play no more than 60 minutes.
Well, he's your leading goal scorer in the Premier League.
Who else are you going to play? That's the problem.
Aubameyang, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's playing as well, assumedly.
Yeah, he's not done much this season at all.
That's true.
Well,
Gabriel paid his
he did
first.
Something, but
yeah, Gabriel played his first under-23s the other week. I know we lost against Wimbledon, but still, I really think that Brazilian kid's going to do something for our team.
Nice. Well, you might as well stick your centre-back Gabriel up front for now because he is getting the most goals for you guys. And you just use him like you use Giroud.
How gassed were you guys after you beat Fulham 3-0 on the opening day?
Mate, I can't remember.
Sorry?
I can't remember.
How gassed were you after you beat Fulham 3-0 on the opening day?
I wasn't too gassed because after what we'd sort of done in the back half of last season, and obviously then beating Liverpool in the Community Shield at the beginning of the season, you kind of think, you know what, we're not looking like a bad team at the moment. Arteta can really do something quite amazing. And I think I was speaking to you, Alfred, before the season started. Amazing. You were saying top four definitely as the way things
I thought I did. And looking at the season beforehand, I thought Arsenal would be right in the top four battle just because you made good signings and the way you finished last season was strong. But
that's the thing I was say because we sort of finished last year quite strong, and obviously with beating Liverpool in the Community Shield, then it was a bit like, oh, we might actually be able to do something this season. And then beating Fulham 3-0, we're like, good. Well, this is what we now expect. But obviously it's gone downhill since then, and we've slacked off a lot.
Yeah,
it's hard to say. There's so much promise with Arteta, and I still believe I'm still back for Man. But yeah, it's just not turning out to be a good season at all for us.
Yeah, it's like there has been some chatter amongst Arsenal fans about Arteta out, and I don't know how either of you feel. I'm assuming you're both still Arteta in.
Yeah, for now. Yeah. Well, what am I say for now? Yeah, I am still Arteta in, definitely. I think he is someone that we do need, but I guess I don't know what it is at the moment. There's no harmony throughout the team at the moment. I don't know if there's something in the background that's causing bad blood or tension, but at the moment there is just no harmony, and it's just, don't know what's going on.
No, I don't know. I mean, you're looking at your league. You played 4 wins, 1 draw, 7 losses, -5 goal difference. The worst goal difference. I think it's the worst goal scoring year you've ever had, right, in the Premier League so far.
Yeah, I think so. That's the worst start we've certainly had.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the your top goal scorers in the Premier League. Lacazette with 3, Aubameyang there with 2, and then Gabriel with 2, and then Nketiah, Pepe, and Saka all on 1. I don't really know, like, how is that? I don't get. You look at like a Lacazette, Aubameyang. When you look at these players on paper, you think, okay, there's goals there. I mean, Aubameyang's been getting 20 goals. He gets 20 goals as standard for him. in the Premier
I
League.
think Aubameyang gets a pass. He's allowed a bad season, but
Is he?
Yeah,
can't do
he's done
everything on
so
his
much. He's done so much for the team. He can't do it all.
No, that's a fair point. He
It's
has
a
looked
real
like he's
hard
given
season
up
for
a bit.
him, and other players should really show their worth. I think we should definitely start playing. I think George said this in the group chat, and it's so true. Our Thursday squad is far better than our. I feel like our Europa League squad is a stronger team than our Premier League squad right now.
Definitely, I believe so. The way we've been playing on Thursdays, we're playing like strong, very strong, and it's just not like we're beating teams 1-0. We're scoring a good couple of goals. Yes, we might concede like maybe 1 or 2, like we did last Thursday. I think we lost where we won 4-2, was it? And obviously, that team looks a lot more solid and plays a lot more sort of nicely than what our starting 11 on a weekend does.
I do understand what you're saying, but do you think do you have to take into consideration the opposition you're playing in these games?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not saying that these Europa League teams are. I'm not saying these Europa League teams are Premier League standard by any means, but obviously still getting wins under your belt, it builds your confidence regardless of sort of who it's against, really. And if we can continue doing that, and obviously it did look like we were going to have a fairly smooth run to the Europa League, and now we've just pulled Benfica out, and that's probably
That's a tough round, that Benfica.
It's a real challenge now. I think my patience with the team, I think if we can carry on through the Europa League, we'll be quite strong. But if we get knocked out like this, and then we go into the Christmas holiday being pretty much close to bottom of the league, I might start to think differently about how we're sort of run as a club in terms of our manager and etc.
Relegation.
So your next 3 games are Southampton away at home, Everton away, and Chelsea at home. If you lose all 3 of those games, that surely does mean Arteta is looking at getting sacked real soon.
I think these 3 games are really important for him. I can't remember what games they were, but I remember it's like, we really should win this game. And then I remember last Sunday, just like, Stefan, we should win this game. We really need to win this game. It's like, we must win this game. It's how I start feeling with Arsenal each week. The more week it is, like the more.
Next week it'll be, we won't win this game.
I'm not going to lie to you, Harry. I've started feeling this way about Arsenal. I've sort of stay away from it at the moment. I used to be full on board listening to what Arteta has to say, build up to the game, etc. I couldn't care. It's awful to say that as an Arsenal fan, but that Tottenham derby really got to me. I remember just turning off my TV first 45 minutes and just being like, this isn't the team that I love, and like something needs to change. And I'm not saying about manager. I'm just saying that team those players there don't want to play for Arsenal, and you can start to see it.
Yeah,
I think you're right there, mate.
It's not like that. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be like you haven't got that heart that even when because obviously you have it in Vieira and all these players back in the day. Obviously that core Arsenal team that was so incredible in the noughties. But even when Wenger was there, you still had players that loved that club playing there. Like Aaron Ramsey loved playing for Arsenal. You got players like
Jack Wilshere.
Yeah, exactly. Even though they weren't born and bred Arsenal players, they were there and they loved playing. I think that says more to Wenger than the Arsenal board or anything like that. It made that team feel like a family, I guess, or something. But...
Well, I guess obviously being there for so long and having such a heavy influence on sort of the club as a whole. Obviously, it's not just we've got a new manager in, or we've got someone in for maybe a couple of years. He's been there for so long. I think he'd been there for September '96, so 3 months after I was born. And then obviously considering how long he was there for, he was such a heavy influence for that squad. And I think obviously going there, knowing what sort of guy he is and sort of the name Arsene Wenger, obviously it's a big managerial name. And players going there he must have sort of taken them under his wing, and he was probably a father sort of figure for some of them. And obviously there was definitely some sort of family bonding there.
Would you welcome him back with open arms?
Well, Wenger?
Yeah.
No, I think...
Would welcome him back?
That style of football is gone now. I think that's not just gone for Arsenal, it's gone for any team in the Premier League. No one can play the same way. You just wouldn't. It's not the winning mentality.
Yeah, the Premier League's adapted so much and changed so much. That sort of, that type of football that you played, obviously it moved on, and we saw that quite quite a bit, and we saw it go downhill quite a bit with Arsenal. And by the time he left, he was probably hated by a lot of Arsenal fans. I think a lot of people obviously wanted him out at that time, and obviously, but there's also certainly a lot of amount of people that amount of fans that loved him still. So yeah.
Who would you want to see take the place if?
Well, I think.
Do you want me to I've got the. Sorry to interrupt. I've got the favourites for if it say like he was going to get sacked. I've got the favourites here, like the odds-on managers. I'll list some of them off and just want to see what you guys think of them as Arsenal fans. How would you like? So the favourite at the moment is Maximiliano Allegri.
Who's he managed now? If he does anyone?
Juventus. Well, he was Juventus manager, wasn't he? He left in 2019. Wow. I don't think he's not managing anyone at the moment. But I don't see why Allegri couldn't come in. I suppose. Rumor he doesn't speak English, which is probably obviously not what we've seen recently. Is not well. Obviously Emery, he wasn't the greatest at speaking English, and we saw how that went. But Brendan Rodgers, 3-1 odds.
Pochettino didn't speak English when he first came over. He had a translator in his interviews.
Really?
When he was at Southampton, yeah.
Wow.
I guess Emery's just a shit manager then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So welcome back, people. Sorry about that. We had a little break there, but we are back now. We were before the break. We were talking about managers. Just talked about the fact that Brendan Rodgers. How would you guys feel about Brendan Rodgers as an Arsenal manager? Does anyone have any thoughts on that? I think it would be awesome.
Yeah,
I quite like him as the manager. I have to say.
He was shit at Reading. Absolutely.
Was it him? Or was it the team?
That's a whole episode.
Was it Reading themselves?
Definitely both.
Fair.
I don't know. I like Brendan Rodgers. I think he's done a great job with Leicester City. Like they basically are the new Arsenal in terms of being like in that position that we want to be. And they're looking very comfortable. They're a good team to watch. I find I actually enjoy watching their highlights each week.
Yeah, they are exposed. I definitely think he takes the job as well, Brendan Rodgers. His ego is like big enough to want to take on that Arsenal job and like be that guy that brings Arsenal back. And he plays really good attacking football, really nice attacking football, which would sort out your guys' problem quite nicely.
I think he's played at a top team, didn't he, and not perform too well.
He nearly won the Premier League.
He did pretty well.
He nearly won the Premier League. Yeah. Like, let's not. It was a Gerrard slip that he can't manage a slip. Like
you have to deal with many at Arsenal.
Well, yeah, true.
Tyranny, Lacazette, all sorts.
I'd love to hear him trying to deal with like Xhaka as well. It'd be hilarious to hear him shout at Xhaka.
He's got great character.
The one thing Arteta is doing is shouting, so I don't understand.
Yeah.
How the players aren't. I don't know.
I've got to say one thing that did make me laugh about Arteta was like. He used the word unacceptable, and that's the second time in 3 weeks he's had to use the word unacceptable when I'm talking about an Arsenal player.
Such a weird stat.
So, I know. It just made me laugh when I was thinking about it. I was just like, oh. Yeah.
I actually kind of think it's ridiculous the way Pepe got treated for his red, and I haven't seen anything like that from Arsenal for Xhaka. I think Xhaka needs to do the exact same sort of PR work as Pepe.
Is it because it's not surprising from Xhaka?
I think it's also there's a lot behind Xhaka as well because of what happened with the fans a couple of months ago. Or how long ago was it now?
That was against us last season.
It was.
Yeah, so
Palace,
you remember how big that blew out proportion,
yeah.
and everyone was saying that like he will never ever play for the club again. And I always said that. I said never say never, and I think I was speaking to you about it, Alf, and I said never say never because you don't know. We're not just going to sack off a player like because of that sort of like it's a lot of money to potentially lose out on. And obviously he did sort of turn it round, and obviously he lost his captaincy, which quite rightly he should have done.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of sort of background and history with Xhaka as well. So I think the fans are going to give him a lot more stick compared to someone like Pepe.
He's an experienced player. He shouldn't really be,
Yeah.
Like that. Pepe's young.
He's supposed to set the standard, isn't he?
Exactly.
But I guess.
Did you guys hear what Patrice Evra said?
I knew this was going to
be I don't know if it was in our group chat or what. For those who might not have heard, Patrice Evra said he went round to Thierry Henry's house to watch the North London derby, and Henry halfway through the game gets up, turns it off, and says, "I can't watch Granit Xhaka be the captain of my club."
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts. You got
The
Henri
wrong
saying that.
words.
It just shows
Yeah.
you that Arsenal hasn't got that presence at the club, and
No.
it speaks for the 90 minutes of football we play.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, that means it does show how far Arsenal have come, actually, really, when you think of like the decline. When you've got Henri, who's also played at Barcelona and at a very successful time at Barcelona, for him to still say, Arsenal's my club, after, he could easily be like, Barcelona's my club. He won more at Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, he won the Champions League at Barcelona, that kind of thing.
But he meant more to Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. But that's because that's the vibe around Arsenal at the time, right?
Yeah.
When you look at that now, how many players are going to...
Just on the
Well,
Thierry Henry thing, I think more people, when they think of Thierry Henry, they actually think Arsenal, not Barcelona.
Definitely.
He was the dude. He was the
Yeah,
dude.
Definitely. I guess
Yeah.
when he was at Barcelona, he wasn't really the dude.
nah, he had more impact.
He had exactly.
He really made his name up Arsenal as well compared to obviously
That's
people
his
from Monaco
legacy
before.
is Arsenal.
I
But,
feel like
Yeah.
Arsenal fans have that with their players, the special players that we hold dear compared to other clubs. Like, I hate to bring up his name, but Robin van Persie to me could have had that to him if it wasn't for how he then left the Man
I
U.
mean, that was more to Arsenal's, like the club not giving him what he needed to win.
We stuck by him due to all those injuries and everything.
Yeah.
He
But he's
wasn't-
still like a world-class striker at the time. It's not like you had option of another world-class striker.
Yeah, I think him not paying has brought a huge. Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I do.
Still hurts.
Yeah, still hurts. And then obviously went on to win the Premier League at United.
Do you honestly blame him though?
I would.
I hate him. I hate him. Yeah, I'm that salty about it.
Oh,
Wow.
brilliant.
Okay.
Classic Arsenal fan, though.
As we were
Forever
talking.
salty.
We were talking about what Xhaka said. Did anyone going on to another ex-midfielder of Arsenal who's had something to say about it? Did you see what Emmanuel Frimpong has said
No.
on the matter? He said, "Sell Xhaka, sign me, or dissolve the club."
You might. Well,
he has a
give it-
lot of shit, that guy.
He
Why
might as
not
well
give it a go?
Frimpong,
Yeah.
he was literally. I think he went to Russia to play.
Yeah,
for
he played in
a while
Russia for
after.
quite a few years. But and then Turkey, I think. I think he plays in Turkey right now. But
I was a big fan
Yeah,
of Partey
but-
when he joined. When I saw. But yeah,
Partey and Frimpong is that midfield. Oh, dangerous.
I think
Scarlet
Frimpong
United.
was
He's
forgotten
like
by
literally
Arsenal fairly
dangerous.
quickly.
They could kill someone. But it's crunching tackles. But yeah, no. So Brendan Rodgers liked that idea from
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, like it.
Oh,
I like it. It's not
I
realistic.
wouldn't mind it. Yeah, I think there's definitely worse people out there to have in your team or to manage your team. Sorry, but
about-
yeah, no, I wouldn't mind him.
Thomas Tuchel, PSG. I think they're only getting rid of him. I think if they not make it any more progression in the Champions League, if they don't win the Champions League, obviously they made the final last year, didn't quite make the hurdle. I think if they don't win it again this year, PSG could be looking at getting rid of him. What do you think about that? Would you? I mean,
I think that's crazy that they want to get rid of him. He's the first manager to, isn't he the first manager to get him into a Champions League final?
final. Yeah, I believe so. I think Thomas Tuchel's great. Obviously, you have to take it with a pinch of salt playing in the Farmers League. Like the Champions League is the only real football they play. Like, let's be real. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think we noticed that with Emery coming over here to the Premier League, that just that standard is so much higher coming over here.
Exactly.
Week in,
Yeah,
week out.
exactly. Like, yeah, you can't do that. Benitez. What do you think about Benitez?
Rafa.
Yeah,
Benitez.
it'd be hilarious. I think he's just
No.
making his way around the Premier League clubs.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like that really.
Yeah, another one that sort of maybe the best one for me on here is that 50-1 is Big Sam.
Oh, you please.
And I think
Give it another couple of months if we're struggling in that relegation. I'll take Big Sam.
I think if you don't come out of Southampton, Everton, and Chelsea with any points, I think it's only right that Big Sam gets an interview at least. His resume speaks for himself. Relegation candidates, he keeps them up.
I think the two of the top people for me at the moment would be Eddie Howe and as much as I'd like it to happen, Poch. But I think with the history with Tottenham, it would be a huge middle finger to
That'd be
Tottenham.
amazing
but,
if Poch took the Arsenal job.
But yeah, I just with the whole history, I couldn't see it happen. To be fair, I don't think he's that sort of guy.
We've done it before with one of the star players, haven't we? Is it Vieira? One of them.
No, was it Sol Campbell?
Sol Campbell, that's it. Sorry.
Yeah, true. I mean, they've had a few go. Like obviously Harry Kane's quite a big one that went the other way. Adebayor.
Not directly, but.
But yeah, I've two on here that I really like. Is not like Julian Nagelsmann, the RB Leipzig manager.
Yeah.
He has been with them since like the beginning almost. Really, like brought them through the couple like the leagues below Germany. Is really good at building a squad. And I think they play nice football as well. Champions League, they do well in the Champions League. I think it could be quite interesting. Young coach, establish a nice culture. But apart from that, like Freddie Ljungberg, Steven Gerrard, they're not very inspiring man. Like Thierry Henry would be disastrous.
Steven Gerrard hasn't been doing too badly.
They're like 8 points clear.
Yeah.
Rangers.
I mean, to be fair, he's done a job at Rangers. It's not bad, but I mean, it is a bit of a step up from Rangers to Arsenal.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, massive.
I think he'd want to see out the season at Rangers anyway and win something. For his,
I mean, he could definitely
Yeah.
win the SPL, couldn't he? Easily. So, well, not easily, but yeah.
Didn't Brendan Rodgers though come from the Scottish League?
Yeah.
He's managed.
Celtic, wasn't he?
Yeah, Celtic manager. I think Brendan Rodgers. I've out of all of them, I like. Well, obviously, if you can get Thomas Tuchel, I think Thomas Tuchel's an amazing one to get. He's just a winner of trophies, I guess, in the French league. But
Ollie, what's your thoughts in Nuno Santo from Wolves?
Yeah, I quite like him. I quite like him, to be fair. I think it's sort of the football he plays at Wolves is nice football, and I think he's well respected at Wolves and by all the players as well. From what I've heard of him, I don't know him too well, but from what I have heard of him, he seems to be pretty decent at what he does. And he has that respect, which is what you need from the locker room. And I think when you have that respect, the morale of the team is a lot better as well. So you can have that influential figure that's going to push the team in the right direction. And I'm all for it.
God, are you writing this down?
Am I right?
Great answer, wasn't it?
Great answer. Do you think he takes
the dome,
it?
mate.
Because I know, like, obviously, we're talking about Brendan Rodgers, but Nuno Espirito, obviously, when you got Nuno Espirito, you're gonna have to sign every Wolves player. All them Portuguese Donnies. Like you're gonna have to take all the Portuguese Donnies.
I say Jimenez at the moment.
Definitely.
But...
I mean, Jimenez.
I feel like he plays great football, that manager, and he looks the closest to the sort of Arsenal way, I think.
I didn't think about Espirito Santo, but that actually would be quite cool. I think that'd be quite a cool manager. I think you should just sack Arteta. Why? There's so many better options, aren't there? Like, just sack him. I mean, why not?
I don't think now it would change much.
Nah, true. I guess you got to get Kroenke and the border seem to be, I guess, the problem for Arsenal right now. Just unwilling to spend any money whatsoever.
But if you are going to do it, then you got to do it now before January.
You reckon?
Or maybe you give him the rest of the year. You got to give him the rest. Maybe you do give Arteta the rest of the year, regardless, and then as soon as the season ends, sack him, get someone else in, so they can have that summer transfer window. I don't know if that's maybe I don't know.
Well, I guess it depends on how badly we actually are doing, and if we are in relegation battle, then surely we're going to want him out before we get relegated, so we can try and get someone else in to stop that from happening and embarrass ourselves even further.
Big Sam, I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
Well, Arteta has come out recently. He's vowed to take all the bullets at the moment, and it's basically taking all the onus on him about why Arsenal aren't performing at the moment. Which obviously we all know that Arsenal don't have terrible players. We have world-class players, so we know it's not them becoming terrible players. It's more the way they're being managed is probably not the way that they should be sort of performing at their best.
If Arsenal go down, someone genuinely might try and shoot him. He may actually have to take bullets.
Yeah, you never know. They might try and burn down the Emirates. Imagine if they try and burn down the Emirates or something. Like, honestly, it would just be nuts.
Remember,
do you think Arsenal fans have it in them to do that?
Seen the other stuff they do.
I know you guys don't, but there probably are.
Yeah, there probably are.
Did you see a few years ago when River Plate went down in the Argentinian Premier Division for the first time in like 100 years.
Oh
Oh my God, the fans are going absolutely apeshit in the stand. Like the police were firing these like fire hoses at them, and I'm not sure if they're throwing stun grenades or something at them as well.
Wow.
People are just going absolutely mental. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Shit like that happened with Man City and Liverpool, didn't they? There was like flares going off before one of the games. It was definitely
Yeah,
Man
throwing
City.
them at the team buses, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Palace we did something like that. We like defaced another team's bus to only then realise they fucking used one of ours.
Yeah.
We like vandalised our own team like coach. It's like fans are so stupid sometimes. But, it had to be us as well. It's just so
The most
dumb.
passionate fans.
Yeah, I'm just actually looking at your fixtures coming up. You got us on the 14th of January, and I'm looking at that. I'm like, we have to win that game. Like, if we don't come away with points in that game, I'm going to be annoyed. But
Is it home or away?
it's at the Emirates.
At the Emirates. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
much. Even with fans, it doesn't mean much. So fans are going to be
disadvantage
disappearing.
of anything.
Yeah, innit?
So with the new COVID in London being tier 3, does that mean there's going to be no more fans in stadiums?
Yeah,
It's just Liverpool, Everton, Southampton, and Brighton who can have them now.
you can have fans.
Right. Doesn't
You
mean
got-
much for Arsenal, but
Oh, you got Southampton at home, so at least you haven't got to go to them. But yeah, that's quite. What about actually? To be fair, talking about signing Danny Ings, striker, get some goals in the team. What do you reckon?
what against Arsenal?
There's no one to set
for
him up.
Arsenal. Sign him.
Isn't he another? What's his age now?
It's about 28, 29, I reckon.
Still younger than Aubameyang.
That's still not bad. I just like bringing players like William. It's just terrible. You know
Oh
what?
yeah, that was a
Arsenal
bad
need to
signing.
stop signing players.
I
from Chelsea.
disagree that William was
Yeah.
a bad signing. I disagree. Because people start calling him a Chelsea reject, which is not true because they offered him a new contract, but Arsenal for some reason gave him more money, even though he doesn't fit their system at all. And for the last few years, William's actually been one of Chelsea's best and most reliable players. So I think on the face of it at the time, seemed like a really good, free.
Yeah.
Was it a free transfer or?
Nah,
It
think
was
it
a
wasn't.
high salary. It was a free transfer, but he's on
Right.
great wages. From my understanding, I felt the same way as you, Harry. And I also heard William shows up in big games like Tottenham, and he did fuck all that game, from what I can remember. So I feel very much against the whole idea. Also, he's got a few assists in the first game of the season, and we all started singing his name. And then someone said to me, he's like, "You do know Mkhitaryan got us a few assists in his first game for Arsenal," and I was just like, that's
It's that
terrible.
person's fault now. It's that person's fault.
I just don't think
You don't say that stuff.
any Chelsea signings that we get, Peter Cech wasn't a fan of. Just
I
David
agree.
Luiz.
I mean, ironically, the one Chelsea signing that you should have made is the one that we made, Gary Cahill. That would have been incredible for you guys at the back, I think. He would have been great. But
With Holding, though, I'm not sure. He would have to. What?
well, no, with Gabriel.
I don't like Holding.
I don't know. Holding.
He's not consistent at all. I know I've been saying a lot about some of our players, but half of them they're not. But he's just not consistent in terms of his fitness as well. He's in and out of the squad. He's not that big player that we need back there to partner Gabriel. He's just a bit of a. He can be pushed over. He's quite a sort of a skinny fella, so he gets pushed over quite easily, and he's not got that big presence that we need from a centre back.
Still missing Koscielny.
Yeah.
Mate,
Yeah.
he's another player who could have been a legend at this club, and then he ruined it. The way
He's sort of he was going that way, and then but that whole transfer video, he just
Yeah, that was just so
Fuck up
unnecessary, that transfer
Yeah.
thing. Like,
threw his Arsenal top
I
on the
loved
floor.
it's just
Loved
kicking
it.
a dead horse, like literally for no
Yeah.
reason. But it is funny.
that was definitely just a big middle finger to the senior management of Arsenal.
But it didn't resonate well at all with the fans, though. Like,
No, understandably. Understandably.
but
It's hilarious.
I agree with Holding, but better him, mate. Can that guy throw? I don't know
No.
what he's
He
doing.
can't even take a throw in properly.
It's
He's
awful
so
to watch.
bad. He's so bad.
Shame because I really like Hector Bellerin, but when he's sort of not been performing, it lets me down. It really does. And like with that throw in, it was just the non throw in. It was terrible. It's such a stupid little mistake.
He just cares about. I think he's just more interested in London and Paris Fashion Week than anything now.
Tucking his shirt in mostly.
Yeah, he just cares about what he looks like on the pitch rather than what he's doing on the pitch.
God
Like, he looks so
damn, he can
like
tell-
it's
he can
taken
tell some of those-
ages to get his kit properly ready, and then he just don't do nothing like on the pitch.
Probably why he's struggling to do throwing because his shirt's tucked in too much.
All the gear,
That
no
could be
idea.
it.
So
That could be
tight.
it. Yeah,
That's tight,
exactly. But do you think? Would you sell Bellerin?
I would. There's a lot of dead wood we need to get rid of, but
Yeah.
Bellerin,
Like,
I don't think. as
Who would
often
you?
yet.
Who is a dead wood? Do you think that you need to?
Oh,
Get rid of?
Mustafi. I don't understand how we got that player in our
Yeah.
team.
Oh yeah, he's still about. I forgot he's
That
still about.
Bosnia player, I can't pronounce his surname.
Oh, Kolasinac.
Oh, well, Kolasinac.
What's he doing in our squad?
Yeah,
he's
not
very.
good.
He turns up once in a while, and when he does, he looks really good. But and then, yeah, next week, no, terrible.
The annoying thing is, like, these players and Socrates, we're not going to get any money for them. Their contracts are out like the end of this season, and we're not going to get anything for it. I can't believe we got almost 40 million odds for the Wobie. That's like the best deal we've ever done in terms of.
Yeah, you
selling
got
players.
40 mil, didn't you? Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
insane. Like, well, that's Everton. Everton and like serial, like they're horrendous in transfers. Normally, this season's obviously a bit different, but yeah, I don't know who else. I don't know. Obviously, you got to get rid of Xhaka. I think obviously we know about Xhaka.
Yeah,
He's got
I
to
think
go.
Xhaka and El Nene we need to get rid.
Lacazette, Aubameyang. Do you think?
Lacazette,
think-
if we can get top money for him, I would consider it because he just hasn't. And last season, it was a mediocre season for him.
Yeah, I think if he carries on the way it's going at the moment, I think this summer I think we should be looking to get rid.
Yeah, I don't. What do you think you could get for him? I think you'd be lucky to get 30 mil with the current way he's playing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as bad as this for the rest of the season. I reckon he will get maybe some sort of string of form, whether it be a couple of weeks or a couple of months. I don't know what it may be, but
Yeah.
I think
Well,
don't think he'll go for less than 30.
Well, you
But-
saw last season he was bad, and I had him in my fantasy team for like the whole of last season. He just didn't. He made me suffer all year. But
Ollie,
And
would
all the
you
rest
bring,
of your decisions.
and that as
bring
well. Yeah,
back
didn't help.
Torreira?
Didn't help.
after he's back on loan, would Lucas Torreira get back in your starting team?
Again, he's another sort of one of those players that he was quite good, and for I say the majority of the time, but he did make a lot of small mistakes, and then there would be some games where you wouldn't see him on the field. Well, you wouldn't see him touching the ball, and it wouldn't look like he was on the field just because he was just fading into the background of the pitch.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the way we're playing at the moment, I think I would definitely take him back because he did have that creative side that we needed, that we do currently need. But it just that again wasn't consistent enough.
Yeah, I don't know about Torreira. To be fair, he's like basically Party, isn't he? Like he'll just do what Party does, and you might as well just have Party.
That's the thing. I think he's a little bit more creative in that sort of being in that role compared to Party.
Fair, right? Yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna make, I mean, signings. I like John Stones, centre back signing. You know, formerly played with Arteta at City. Not getting a massive look in at City anymore, but he's good on the ball. He can play with the ball at his feet decently.
Didn't he win man of the match? I thought in that 0-0.
What City United? I don't actually know, but
Yeah, I
did
think
he
I
play
read
in that game? Fair. But I thought he
I
hasn't
think
played.
I'd rather him over Holding, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, Stones.
100%.
I think he'd slot in quite well, to be honest.
Yeah, I quite like
Yeah.
the idea of Stones.
That's the thing. He's got that physical presence that we need. Whereas obviously Holding, he's quite tall, but he's not very stocky. I think John Stones he's quite a big lad, so I think he is that physical presence that we need alongside Gabriel.
You see when that Wolves player got basically Holding knocked down that huge Wolves player, and he just shouted out at the ref. He's like, How can you give me a yellow? The guy's built like a shit brick house or something. Like,
Yeah.
and the
Was
most
that,
best
Traore?
the best northern accent you can ever hear from Holding.
Holding does feel like a Sheffield United like sort of player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not an Arsenal player, not like
Championship player, you mean?
yeah. Well, yeah. I could see him at like a Fulham or Sheffield United, something like
Would
that.
you
Like
take
not.
his age?
No, our defence is doing all right at the minute.
Yeah.
That's not making it any worse.
It's true. There's only
Yeah,
about 8 teams between us at the minute.
Ah. How did Reading do this week? Have they played?
1-0 away at QPR, which I'll
Whoa.
fully take.
Yes.
That's a great result.
Last minute Elise banger. I think someone might try and sign him in January or the summer. Michael Elise, the 18-year-old midfielder. Like, so creative, so brilliant. I might even fit in well at Arsenal. He got bucket loads of potential, honestly.
Was he a striker or is he
to watch out for. Midfielder.
Oh, mate, Arsenal, you got to sign him up, man. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, let Arteta know, Andrew. Oh, Ollie. I draw on one of you. I'm sure you got his number.
No, give him a bit of
Sky's the limit for him, honestly.
To be fair, talking about continue on signings. I was just thinking about attacking midfielders. Funnily enough, talking about you don't want to see any more Chelsea reject signing. Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Do another Chelsea one.
What you? Nah, just
No,
no.
he is genuine. He's a good player.
He's a good player.
He's
He's
a good
a
player,
creative attacking midfielder.
Again, I think he's.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, I think he's a bit injury prone, considering the amount of injuries he's had, and he's still how old is he now? He's 20,
like 23, 24, I want to say.
Yeah, he's not old, so he's had quite a couple of injuries so far. One of them being sort of a financial. And I think that happening when you're quite young can have quite a detrimental effect in your older career. You may never get to that. You'll reach your full potential.
Yeah,
I think he may be one of those players.
He's 24. Alf, you're older than him.
I like that Aston Villa guy. He's scoring that few goals for Aston Villa. English.
Is it McNeil?
No, defender. I think he was one of their new signings.
Who? Sorry.
I can't think. Maybe it'll come back to me. I'll leave it to
Conser.
Nah, come back to me. Ask another question. It's fine.
Oh, I just got me thinking about the fact that we're just talking about Ruben Loftus-Cheek not hitting his full potential, and he's younger than me. What am I doing? What am I doing? Where's reaching my potential, man? Oh, all right. Well, no. Anyway, let's not get into that. Let's not dive into that bucket. But So what were we saying?
What about Liverpool's losses?
Fulham.
Liverpool's performance this season.
Oh, we're not. That's next.
We don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk about.
We're not here for Liverpool.
Title contenders. What's going on?
We still are title contenders, mate. Don't you on about? You're relegation contenders.
who do you boys? I apologise if you already answered this in the previous podcast, but who do you think's going to win? I know Mark thinks Man City's not going to make top 7, but
they're only just in it at the moment. So I'm still.
They're currently drawing with West Brom 1-1.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, about an hour in.
Oh, damn. I like Liverpool still. I think it's obviously theirs they are the reigning champion, but I still think regardless if they're top or not, they're not top, but I think it's still theirs to lose.
Yeah, I mean, how many players do you have to take out of Liverpool for us to genuinely be a shit side?
Well, you've only got Van Dijk injured.
No. I mean, how many players do we need to have injured? I mean, this is when we had
Salah and Mane.
I can't
but now we've got Jota injured as well now. I don't know. I think Origi's not great. He's not.
No, he's not.
He still can do a job, but I don't know. I think
not gaming.
I don't think it's about the number of players. I think it's just about specific players.
Yeah, I agree.
Alexander-Arnold. I think he's fit at the moment.
Yeah, he's fit now.
So the only injury that from their first team currently is Van Dijk.
Oh, Van Dijk, yeah.
He's the only person in their first team that's starting that would play that isn't available. Yeah. So the injury talk around Liverpool is kind of bullshit at this point.
You can play anyone.
Mane. I think Trent, Salah and Mane are your three key players. If they were to go, I mean, I think, you'd definitely be dropping a lot more points.
Oh, definitely.
It's crazy how easy it is to cross a ball in FIFA with Liverpool. I've just noticed. Smart Day is just like the easiest player to cross.
You got Trent and then Robertson. Yeah, it's nuts.
We've got a lot of wild card players.
Who do you guys? So I think Liverpool are going to win the league. Who do you guys think are going to win the league? We're just going to go into some general football chat here. Why not?
Yeah.
I agree with Liverpool. I think,
Yeah,
like we
I
say,
still think Liverpool, to be fair.
Apart from Palace, obviously.
I think I like
when we bounce back and don't lose another game for the rest of the season, then I reckon we might still win a chance. You know.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe not.
To me, it has to be either Liverpool or Chelsea, and I hope Liverpool thrash Tottenham, like similar to what they did with the Champions League final.
You don't think Tottenham are really in there?
I can't say as an Arsenal fan, no, they're not going to win.
I think they've got a better chance than Chelsea.
What do you think? What are you going to do if Tottenham win the Premier League? Like, what are you going to do if Tottenham win the Premier League? It's a very...
And if Tottenham win the league and Arsenal go down in the same season, that'd be...
Not leave my house.
We're not doing it anyway, mate. Of course.
I wonder how...
Will be over way before that.
I wonder how many Arsenal fans would not be Arsenal fans anymore if they went down.
All of them.
No, I reckon no. I wouldn't. So this is interesting, right? So I like other teams from other leagues, but I reckon if Arsenal go down, Arsenal will still be like my favourite team in the Premier League. It's weird to say that, but they wouldn't be another team.
I mean, they'd be your favourite team in the Championship.
It's not happening. I don't even need to think about it. It's not happening.
Oh god, if Arsenal go down though, they might win the Championship, and that'd be awful.
They could do a Sunderland. Just somehow just gets even worse and worse. But I mean, if Tottenham win the Premier League, that's pretty crazy. I mean, they got the biggest, probably the best game of the season coming up, which is obviously Liverpool Spurs. I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham do a job here and get.
What are your predictions? What are your predictions for that?
Actually, I might predict. I'm thinking Tottenham might get the win here.
I don't know.
Harry Kane and Son are unstoppable right now.
They really are.
Do you think Liverpool can defend, like put those players in their pockets?
I looked at the recent results. Liverpool have won like most of the last few meetings they've had the last 3-4 years. I think it's been
to be true,
4 years since Tottenham last beat them.
This Tottenham team is so different.
It feels like a different
one
team.
over the. It's just because of Mourinho's actually. They've for a lack of a better term, manned up. I suppose. Like, do you know what I mean? They finally, started playing a bit more physical. They haven't got that weak mentality that Jose was talking about in the Amazon documentary. But
it's almost like Jose's just gone like, this is what we need to do, and this is what you need to do, and that's it.
Well, I mean, in that documentary, he said to Harry Kane, like, if I will make you the best you that you can be, and you look at how he's playing now, he's unbelievable, mate.
Yeah.
So I kind of wouldn't mind seeing Tottenham win it. I think it'd be hilarious, and it would be cool to see a new team win the Premier League again. And just AFTV would just be amazing if Tottenham won the league. It just would be incredible. You might see like Robbie and DT fight, like really fight or something outside the Emirates. It could be hilarious.
If it happened, I would go off Twitter completely. I would not be on that. So.
No, I'm not on Twitter anymore. I haven't been for a long while.
Can you imagine Could you imagine Bards if Arsenal get relegated?
Mate, Bards isn't mean to me about any other football team. Let alone Tottenham. So I can't handle it. No. I'll think about it. So what are predictions, like scores? I reckon Liverpool's got it 2-1.
Yeah, I think 2-1.
That's a nice. I'm gonna go. I reckon 2-1, but the other way, Spurs.
3-1 Liverpool.
Put me in the 2-1 Liverpool gang.
Nice.
Okay, I'm the only one that's thinking Spurs can win this. Yeah, is that how it's going? Or do the Arsenal fans think that Spurs could win it, but obviously can't say Spurs?
No, I genuinely think that Liverpool will probably are the better side, and will probably I think it will be close. I think Tottenham will definitely score because, like you say, the Son Kane partnership is unstoppable at the moment, and they're in my fantasy team, and there's a reason they're in my fantasy team as much as it pains me. But I think they will definitely score a goal, but I think Liverpool will score. Yeah,
they could even score a couple of goals, mind you. But then teams like when they played against Chelsea, they just played so defensively, didn't they? So I'm hoping they do the same for Liverpool.
Two
might be
Oh,
teams.
for God's sake. It was Ruben Diaz scored an own goal. He's in my fantasy team.
For
God's sake, man. I thought that was a tidy. Oh, man. I bought him in this week as well.
Oh,
That
the player
is
that I was
so
talking about
big.
earlier was Ross Barkley. He's been playing all right for Aston Villa, from what I've seen.
Well, you want him at Arsenal?
No. But I'm just thinking of like you were talking about other players. I was like Ross Barkley. He's an old player now, but he's playing pretty decent for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
I have to say, yeah, from what I've
Yeah.
seen.
I
But
mean,
not for Arsenal, though.
I've seen some rumours about Palace looking at Dele Alli on loan in January.
Have you seen though that on Dele Alli as well that he's been
I can't see
voted
it, that's
one
gonna
of the
happen.
best players?
What, Dele Alli to Palace?
Oh, what?
Yeah,
No,
I read that.
what was it? Like top 50 best players?
I don't know.
He
Something
made, he made
stupid.
it over like someone like Sterling.
Yeah, I was just
That's
like-
what was the article. But I
Must be a
can't
Spurs
remember.
fan. But what do you guys think about a Dele Alli to Palace? Do you reckon for a loan in January? Do you reckon that's any
Big
way?
I can't see it
It'd be a
happening.
great move.
I think it'd be
it'd be a
wicked.
good move.
It would be a
I-
good move for you guys, but I just can't personally see it happening.
What would you pay for him?
Oh well, this is obviously a loan.
Oh,
Was the
what
idea?
you
They
meant.
might want a loan fee though.
Obviously, yeah. I don't know too much about the loan fees to be honest, but he's on less money than we're paying Max Meyer. So
Yeah,
Right.
Max Meyer was a free transfer.
yeah, obviously,
You
if
could afford
it
to
actually
spend
came
big
to like buying him, I'd pay like 30-40 million for Dele Alli for Palace. I think that's a realistic thing of what we would pay. Like obviously, you could say like, oh well, you'd be 70, but we're not going to pay 70 million pounds on a player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Tottenham would want a lot more than that.
Yeah, but realistically, for what if we would be able to get him, I think we'd spend about 40 mil max. I think, and I don't think that's not a bad coup for Dele Alli considering what they signed him for Milton Keynes.
I think that's about what he's worth at the minute. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not,
two
it's not even
years
getting in
ago,
that
you'd
team.
probably say a lot more than that.
I'll probably double it.
Recently, I mean, he may well start firing again, but it's not been that inspiring the last year or two.
No.
What about like Jesse Lingard? I haven't heard of that
Oh,
player in
God.
God knows how long.
Well,
He'd be,
I mean,
he'd be Arsenal's best player.
Mhm.
Nah, man. I reckon he's got.
It's over.
He can't fit in the United squad no more.
oh, he's done. I
He's
mean,
done.
he's
He needs
gotta
to
be,
move.
innit? He's got to be. So is Pogba. Pogba's done. That's mad. But,
Yeah, I think Pogba's been
Yeah.
done for a little while. In all honesty, mentally, I think he's been done at that club for a little while.
He would thrive at Juventus. I feel like.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, any would. I think any world class player would probably thrive in that team. But I don't. I mean, I don't know. I think it will be interesting to see how like the rest of the season plays out. To be honest, I think the possibility of Arsenal getting relegated is real. It's realer than it's ever been.
It's
I know we've
there.
been taking the piss out of it or whatever, but it is realer than it's ever been. I mean, you're only 5 points out of the, you're only 5 points out of the relegation zone, and you've got
Yeah, still
3
fairly early
games.
into the season though.
Yeah, but yes,
Still,
yeah, but yeah. To be fair, but it's December. It's not like it's
No,
October or something like that.
I
No,
don't think we'll.
cool.
The way we're playing, I can't say we'll be top 6.
I'm just going to have a look at Fulham's next 3 games because if they've got, so they've got Brighton at home, very winnable game. Newcastle away, very winnable game, and then Southampton at home is not winnable. So that's 6 points. You could be like if you don't beat, Southampton and Everton, and Fulham beat Brighton and Newcastle, you'll be in the bottom 3.
Yeah.
It's very
You
plausible.
you gotta love Scott Parker though. So
I mean, yeah, he is. He's got bars. The man's got bars.
Bars.
He speaks the truth.
oh man.
I mean, I don't think. I don't know. I want to believe that you'll go down because I think it'd be hilarious, but
It ain't happening.
I don't think. I don't
Yeah.
know. Leeds did go down, to be fair, when they were very big. So
Yeah.
maybe.
I think times have changed a lot since then. I think the sort of the financial backing that Arsenal have compared to what Leeds had back then, it's
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
quite
you're stable
big.
financially, aren't you? So it's not like
Yeah,
you're
that's
going-
it. Well, Kroenke hasn't put a penny of his own money into the club in I don't know how long, but
I hate
we're quite honestly a profit organisation. We don't like to spend. Like,
I'm just having a look
52.
at profits actually.
You got to spend money to make money.
Well, if we don't get
Or
if we
not.
don't get in Europe, that's going to be
Yeah.
an issue with our spending.
Are you in Europe? You are. Oh yeah, of course you are. You're in Europa League. But
A bit disrespect to my name.
I mean, you're not. You're literally not going to have European football next year.
Mate, Benfica, mate, bring it on. I reckon we can do them. I reckon we can go far in Europa League. We're promising. We're the only team to win all 6 matches.
Okay, we did
Leicester
play
haven't
Dundalk.
Leicester hasn't done it.
Like,
Done,
Let's
done,
have-
like
Talk
one
about who
star
they're
on
against,
paper.
all right?
Tottenham
Yeah.
haven't
What
done
about
it.
the
They
fact
haven't
we
won
won?
the top 6.
yeah, it would be Arsenal win it. Get relegated, then you win the Europa League in the same season. That
Somehow.
would be very
That
Arsenal.
would be mad. I couldn't ever imagine.
You'd be in the Champions League if you win the Europa League, aren't you?
Yeah, so you'd be in the
Yeah.
Champions League and you'd be in the Championship.
Championship.
Has that ever happened? I can't.
No, I think Wigan did get relegated and played in the Europa League because they won the FA Cup, didn't they? But
Same with Birmingham.
and Birmingham, yeah. So I don't think anyone's done it with the Champions League. I don't know if there might be some rule. I can't see if there is, but there might be some rule against it. Like, sure, that's a bit mad, isn't it? Like having a Championship team playing in the Champions League.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, if that is ever have a oh god, I can't even
Is
talk.
that how you get your fact checks? You get
I'm gonna look it up now.
Simon to reply in the comments.
Probably.
Oh, another bit of gossip. I don't know if everyone's
in the
seen
chat.
it, but Mark Wright has signed for Crawley.
Yes, big fan
Yeah.
of Crawley.
Big signing. I actually love it. I think it's Tim Pot from Crawley, but absolutely amazing from Mark Wright.
Yeah,
How old is he?
Too old.
30 odd.
Yeah, I think he's past his prime if he was ever going to be a.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That was a prime.
He's 33.
Yeah.
He was decent in Soccer Aid.
Yeah, I was going to say, Soccer is the only time I've ever actually seen him play. And he's not done terribly, but
I mean,
obviously, you compare him to the rest of the people on the pitch, he's not going to do terribly.
Well, I can't really say. I've seen more football from Mark Wright than I have from any Crawley player. So, for all I know, he is as good as Crawley players. He definitely isn't. He definitely isn't. But but I think it's funny. I think fair play to Mark Wright. I mean, if anyone could be a professional football player for, it doesn't matter. You're going to take that, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're going to be sitting on the bench or whatever. I'll take.
I wonder if he's on a loan or like what's his like in terms of his transfer.
I wonder what wages on.
How
Mark
did you
Wright,
play?
come on the podcast and let us know, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on if you're listening.
Do you reckon-
Obviously, he is.
You should try and see if you can get like an amateur / professional player on this podcast.
I'm an amateur player.
You're an amateur?
Well, I don't get paid, and I'll sometimes have a kick about.
God's sake.
Yeah, I was just going to message Zaha and he'll be on next week, I'm sure.
Salah's busy, so.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, we don't want Salah on here anyway. Like, we want some proper footballers on it.
Going back to Arsenal, I think the one thing that we are doing right at the moment as a club is our youth squad and the sort of the academy of players that we've got and the players that are coming into the squad. I see Hendry with the two big boys up there. But yeah, Saka and Martinelli, might as well start with them. They are. Well, Martinelli's obviously coming back from injury at the moment, but beforehand he started off his career at Arsenal quite well, I'd say. He's done a lot for the club, and Saka has been unbelievable since he's sort of been playing for us quite on a regular basis. Obviously, you've got quite a lot of other players coming in and playing more consistently, like Emile Smith-Rowe and Reece Nelson. We've got Joe Willock. They're all good names, and they've definitely got a lot of potential. So I'm excited to see what the future's got for them. But I hope the sort of the current sinking ship that is Arsenal doesn't ruin that for them.
I hope the Premier League doesn't ruin it for them because they're thriving in the Europa League. Like Saka did it last season.
Yeah.
And now we've got Joe Willock who's like trying to catch up to those numbers this season. Yeah, it's just trying to make that next stage is the issue we're having. And right now I feel like right now there's too much pressure on Saka and it really shouldn't be left to him to create chances, which is what I'm seeing from Arsenal. And it's going to be the death of him really if Arsenal keep performing the way they do.
Yeah, I guess there is a such thing as like if throwing someone in too deep can stunt if they're not ready for it, it can stunt their growth, I suppose, as a player, right? Like it's not always the best thing to be playing. If he's not ready, he's not ready. He can't be playing at Premier League level. I suppose. But how do you get them ready for it? Because Europa League's good, but then when you really realistically look at it, you're not playing teams anywhere near the level you're going to be playing in the Premier League. So then, how do you just slowly incorporate them, or?
Well, you look at that when they've like a lot of teams have got League Cup teams or just like cup teams. They have obviously their FA Cup team or their Carabao Cup, whatever it may be. But then their Premier League squad looks fairly different, and that's where a lot of teams they do get to sort of show off their young talent and to see what they can actually do, and against sides that are sort of normally a lot evenly matched compared to things like Europa League.
Yeah.
One thing I love about Arsenal is just hearing about the new players like Bannigan. My eyes are now all like attention to him.
Yeah.
Only
thing I would say is I guess it's just the difference in clubs, but Liverpool seem to be able to just plug any 16-year-old in and he can be sick. So I don't know. I guess it's just the club difference, obviously how it's managed and how it's run. I
think it's confidence as well.
Yeah,
I think if
exactly.
you think about Arteta and Klopp, if you had anyone, if you were coming up as a young player, you'd be like, who do I want to manage me? I think obviously it goes without saying who you choose.
Yeah.
Obviously, those kind of managers, I think Klopp would instill so much more confidence and the right mentality that even if you are a really young player like Nico Williams, I think he would perform a lot better. Going in feeling a lot more confident, and obviously the players around him are bigger, more mature names. But yeah, I think Arsenal got quite a lot of young talent they could utilise.
I don't think it's Arteta's fault. I think it's the players Saka's playing amongst. Like, for example, Xhaka this weekend. What the fuck's that going to do?
So I mean, you need to have these. You need to have players like Liverpool who are obviously they're winning teams here, and Arsenal don't seem to have the one who stands above it all.
I think, David Luiz is definitely helping Gabriel, and we've already started to see Gabriel is shining for our squad. We just need other players on the pitch to be doing the same for other young players.
I think as well, when you look at Klopp and Arteta, you guess from a youngster coming up, I guess you look at them differently, right? Because Klopp is obviously an established manager and Arteta isn't. So then I guess coming in it's going to be harder for Arteta to sort of urge those players on, I guess, if they're not looking at him in like a positive, that kind of light that you'd look in Klopp. Klopp tells you to do something, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be like, right, let's do that.
Yeah,
I think that all comes down to the fact that Klopp has got a lot more sort of experience.
Exactly.
He's done more with the clubs that he's been at in terms of he's been a lot more successful. So if you're going to a club where it has a already sort of quite successful manager, and the way Liverpool are at the moment, coming off obviously current Premier League champions, you think you would be fairly confident going in with that manager. But you look at Arteta at the moment, look where we are in the league, and you think, we're going to chuck a young guy out there. They're not going to have 100% confidence in Arteta at the moment, which obviously, like the way we've been performing recently, you can understand why.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's just it's unfortunate because I don't think Arteta's a bad manager. I just think it's just not a good situation for his first big job.
Yeah, and that's what I was worried about, in all honesty, because obviously he was another player that had sort of a good sort of, I won't say legacy at Arsenal, because he wasn't there for sort of huge amounts of time, but obviously he captained us and he was there for a good sort of few years, and so he was looked at by Arsenal fans as one of those sort of good players that we had. But I think it's not.
Yeah, that Arsenal.
I was a bit worried about him coming in about that though, and it's going to ruin his reputation about that.
Yeah, that Arsenal Arteta thing's always confused me, because I've always thought when I see Arteta, I think Everton personally.
So before he sort of came back in as being a serious contender for the Arsenal job, when I looked at Arteta, I still thought, obviously, I did think City still, because obviously he's been quite a prominent City figure recently, in more recent years. But as a player, I think Everton. I don't really think about the Arsenal years as prominently.
And then, it always makes me laugh when AFTV say about Arsenal's and Arteta. Arteta's an Arsenal guy, and I'm like, but is he? Because we don't know who he holds dear. He could, he captained Arsenal. He could hold them dearer to his heart than Everton. But just from a fan's point of view, I just think Everton when I see Arteta.
He was a lot more exciting at Everton, definitely.
Yeah, him and
what
Tim
about
Cahill.
Rangers? What about Rangers? He was there to start off with. That's how he learned English. He lived up in Scotland. That must have been the most difficult place.
Yeah, it must have been tough learning English.
He
They can speak it in Glasgow. You can speak it anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. It's an intense, like a proper intense course of learning English.
Deep end.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I think that was a good chat. To be fair, guys, I think Arsenal just seeing. Well, we covered Arsenal quite a lot, dipped in and out of other things. I mean, obviously, we're not going to have all the answers about what we're going to do. Otherwise, we'd be running Arsenal. Maybe we could do a better job than Kroenke. Who knows?
We should be running Arsenal. That's a good point.
Right? Like, yeah, exactly.
What have they got to lose?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they must be paying people bare money. Like, I will take half of like
whatever's being paid.
Arteta's salary right now, whatever. Do you know what I mean? To run Arsenal, I'll take it. But yeah, we'll just play like all the youngsters and or the women's team. We'll play the women's team. They're balling out at the moment, so
bring ourselves on
every
time.
They've always been better. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll all play. You know?
Yeah, we'll strap our boots on.
If we get the throw-ins sorted, then we're already better than Bellerin. So at least we've got that, and we can't be
strangle anyone.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't be as bad as like Mustafi. I feel like. Do you know what I mean? Like, we could be all right.
Guys won a World Cup.
That's true. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I suppose.
I can't believe it, but it is what it is.
Has he ever won Wednesday night goals Reading 5-a-side second division though? Don't think he has. I, however, have.
That's Some say what's more prestigious.
He's never even played in that league. Pathetic.
Bet you he's never done the rag race anyway.
Oh.
But yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. Thanks, guys, for joining us on this episode. It was fun to talk to you. We'll definitely get you in for another one. Maybe after the season we can have a look at like.
Yeah. Can we actually join when we're playing well? Like after a few wins.
You know what? If Arsenal do start to do well, we'll get you in again, and we'll talk about how good Arsenal are.
Revisit some
next
of the
season.
questions.
Next season.
I think I'm ill that week.
Right. This time in 12 months, we'll be top.
You heard it here first. It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Jesus.
Top of the championship.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. I didn't say what league.
Danny Ings is going to be top goal scorer, 35 goals for Arsenal. Yeah, just going to be balling out this time next year. Lovely. But anyway,
Do we need to do our predictions? I mean, I know 2 games are happening, so we can ignore them.
To be fair,
the weekend
we do need to do our predictions for this weekend, don't we? Real quick.
Just a quick update. City
it's the week.
What?
So it's the week that we're playing as well. Premier League this week.
Oh yeah. So sorry for tomorrow,
We're
basically.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll just be for the game week, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So City and West Brom are still drawing, by the way. 82nd minute.
Okay, so we'll leave them 2. We won't do them.
No.
Arsenal, Southampton. I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go 2-0 Southampton. I'm sorry, boys. I think they could do it. I think they might open you up a little bit. I think, ironically, Walcott and Redmond will probably do quite a decent job. I think. But,
yeah, I agree with you, Alfie. There.
Yeah. What do you? Well, 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Yeah, I think 2-0 too. Yeah.
H.
I'm thinking.
Sorry, Ollie, you go.
You go. Yeah, go on. We'll get Ollie. What do you
I was going to say, I'm thinking that we're probably going to hopefully get a point out of it at least. I think I'm thinking a 1-1 or a 2-2.
It's not bad. It's doable.
Okay. Get Arsenal scoring a goal. So, okay.
We scored a goal in open play in 12 and a half hours.
Yeah, I know.
12 and a half hours, did you say?
Yep, 12 and a half hours worth of football, and we've not scored a goal in open play. That's the Arsenal way.
Oh, is that including Europa League?
No.
That's Premier League.
Wait, why do you have to bring those stats? They didn't do their research, so we did.
Where do you start with Arsenal? There's too many stats.
Yeah, we'll be here all night if we're going off stats. But H, sorry, what were you saying? I didn't quite hear you.
2-1 Southampton, I think.
2-1 Southampton. Hendry, what do you reckon, mate?
Right, we're gonna have the luck of midweek football on our side, and we're gonna score 3-0.
Okay, 3-0.
I've got to be optimistic. 3-0.
It's like more goals than you scored all season.
When you say we, are you now a Southampton fan?
No, of course not. Arsenal all the way. So
Okay.
yeah, 3-0
Wow,
midweek.
3-0.
Then we're playing again on the weekend. I can expect to draw.
Okay.
How are
Everton. Okay, yeah. All right. I like your optimism. I think it's it's nice to see an Arsenal fan with some optimism. So Leicester Everton. Anyone want to go first on this one? What do you reckon?
Yeah, so I think Leicester Everton. It's a tough one, but Everton lately haven't really been performing they would have at the start of the season. I think Leicester could
I
get.
beat Chelsea 1-0.
I know, but they just look so much more dangerous going like at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I think Leicester will get a 1-0 win.
Okay. All right. I actually do agree with you that Everton have come off the pace a bit, and I think that Leicester are actually really exciting going forward with Harvey Barnes and Vardy and that, and like James Maddison. So I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw because I think Everton have got goals in them, Leicester have got goals in them, and both have been a bit shaky at the back. To be fair, this season. So yeah, I think it could be a stalemate but 2-2.
Fair.
Right, who's up? Ollie or Ollie? What do you reckon, mate?
I'm going to go for a 1-0 Everton win.
Ooh, feeling Everton. Okay. Not feeling Leicester right now.
No, I think I just don't. I think Everton are going to have a strong game. I just think Leicester might be off the pace a little bit. I think Everton are just going to be able to sneak in a goal and then maybe sit back a bit and see it out.
Nice. All right, Hendry, who have you got, man?
I'm just going to go Leicester. They're just so exciting to watch this season. So I'm going to go 2-0, one Maddison, and then I reckon you're going to get a Jamie Vardy goal.
Jamie Vardy special. Nice, yeah. Kicking down some corner flags and all that.
Typical Vardy fashion.
Yeah, I know, innit? But H, what do you reckon, mate?
We've had all sorts of guesses for this. I'm going to say 0-0.
Oh,
0-0.
I can see them cancelling each other out. I think they're both going to be wary that it's the sort of game that if they're not careful, they can lose. So I can see them not taking too many risks, both of them, and just trying not to get caught out.
Nice. I could see that as well. To be fair, I think they could both sit back a bit and be more like defensively, their tactics be more defensive than going forward. But Leeds Newcastle, I actually think Leeds are going to run Newcastle over in this one.
Yep, agree.
I think Bielsa versus Bruce, battle of the brilliant minds of football. I think Leeds. I reckon it'd be 3-0 Leeds. Could see a Bamford hat trick. I reckon.
I wish for it.
A hat trick.
Yeah, he's already got one so far this season, so I reckon he'd get another one.
Yeah, I reckon. I sort of agree with you that Leeds will run it over, but maybe only 2-0.
2-0. Okay.
2-0.
All right. Who else? 2-0.
I think 2-0 again. Yeah.
Nice. Hendry.
I was going to say 2-0.
Oh wow, everyone's running the. I might change 1 to 2-0 to feel part of the group.
He's missing out.
H, what do you reckon, mate?
Are you changing Alf?
Yeah, I'm going to change to 2-0.
Okay. 1-1 for me.
Yeah, had to be that guy.
It'll be different, isn't it?
Had to be that guy.
I'm quickly going to it for the next one. Yeah.
All right, no worries, mate.
Oh, lovely.
Take us with you.
That's what the fans want to see.
Exactly.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh, that was just a picture of Arsenal.
I think we just keep them there.
Mark, can you censor the screen of that bit?
Yeah, sure. I'll just.
Just blur it out a little bit.
I might just put poo emojis on it.
Great.
West Brom are gonna get a point here at City.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's not good for Arsenal.
Oh my goodness. City have
Telling
had
ya.
23 shots.
7th. I'm telling you.
No,
They've had 23 shots and only 5 on target.
yeah, that's mad.
That's not good. There is 77% possession. What?
Yeah,
725 passes against West Brom's 222.
Jesus Christ.
City could drop here.
They had 13 corners. My lord, what is going on?
28 clearances from West Brom.
Some
I
prime.
can't believe
I
they're
watched the
going to
highlights.
draw. I can't believe they're going to draw. That's ridiculous.
West Brom on paper look like they're getting slammed, but the score sheet says something else.
The Premier League's so shit, man. Like I swear we have to. Like it's like even the good teams aren't that good,
True.
apart from Liverpool, basically. Well, even so, they drew with Fulham.
Back
There we go.
and action.
All right, and we're
Thanks,
back.
Andrew. And we back.
And
Cheers,
it's a wrap.
Henry, for that, mate. What were we talking about? Oh, we were doing the footy, weren't we?
Yeah.
Brighton Fulham. I almost don't care about this game.
1-1. 1-1.
1-1, do you?
Yeah.
I reckon I'm going to go 1-0 Brighton. I think Brighton are a better team at the moment.
Give Harry a chance to catch up there.
That's it, really.
Did you say 1-1, Matt?
Yes.
And 1-0, Alf?
Yeah, it's a Brighton. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you guys reckon?
0-0. I reckon
0-0?
4-1 game.
I like it.
0-0 from Ollie. Yeah, there's nothing about this game really excites me at all.
Well, no one believes in Scott Parker, but then just Scott Parker always has to prove you wrong because, you know, it's the man. So I'm going to go
I
1.
hate Scott Parker. I hate him.
Why?
Why do you hate Scott Parker?
Legend.
He is. Oh my! He does not stop moaning. Never. He did it as a player as well.
It was a
No,
motivational speech for what I saw.
So when I was younger, I used to get Scott Parker confused with a player that I actually really don't like for some reason. Matt Holland. You remember Matt Holland?
That's fair. Yeah, because you see the confusion. To be fair.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Cockney centre mids.
Yeah, exactly. But I just remember him with bare rosy cheeks.
Yeah.
Like Matt Holland,
He
wouldn't it?
looked like he'd had plastic surgery, but he hadn't.
Yeah. Looked like a Ken doll. But
Talking about Arteta.
no, Matt Holland.
Yeah.
My hair is perfecto.
My hair. Oh yeah, his hair's weird,
Yeah.
isn't it? It is really. It doesn't look like hair, or like it's sort of like horse hair, but it's weird. Yeah, I don't know, weird guy, shit manager. But Liverpool Tottenham. Sorry, H. Did we do your Brighton Fulham?
I'm gonna say 2-1 to Fulham.
2-1 to Fulham. Okay, nice. Oh, that means.
What did Henry say?
I went 1-0. Fulham.
Cool.
That's not good for Arsenal.
Well, I can't stand Brighton ever since we played them.
Yeah, I feel like Arsenal fans are starting to hate Brighton more than like Palace fans hate Brighton. So, I feel like you guys have even more of a reason to hate them than
I
we
can't
do.
stand them.
Liverpool Tottenham we've done, I believe, earlier. West Ham Palace. I'm gonna have to think about this because it's a bit of a weird one. But what do you guys think then? Is that West Ham?
I think West Ham can get a 2-1 win here. I think. That's what I'm going with anyway.
The West Ham looked really good against Leeds the other day. They were unlucky not to score more. I'm gonna say West Ham will get 3, and Palace will get 1.
Tough
3-2,
love here. I mean, we beat Leeds 4-1. Ollie,
3-2 to West Ham.
boys.
I'm going nice. I'm going to take a draw. 2-2.
Oh, you're all dickheads. But I think we're going to win,
I'm
mate.
giving you a point.
I think we're going to win. We beat them both times. We beat them both times last season, pretty comfortably. Yeah, I think we're going to win. I think
I think you might score first, but I think they'll come back.
I like West Ham. I think they're well. I don't. I fucking hate them. Actually, I don't know why I said I like them. I think I hate their team. But as they're okay. Like, but at the back they're not great. I don't personally think. And with Zaha and like Zaha alone, they really struggled to handle him at all. They struggled to handle Ayew last season, and now we've added Eze to that. I just don't think that they're like we've got too many options now. I think going forward at the back we've not been great, but I still think that you're a bit hit and miss with Hilaire, with Sebastian Hilaire at the moment. I like Bowen, but I think Klein has been really good since he's come in, and every game he's getting better and better. I think Klein can shut Bowen down, no problem. Ben Rama, he comes in and out of the team. Obviously, if he plays, I think he could be a problem because Van Aanholt going backwards is awful. Like he's a terrible defender, but good at going forward. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win 2-1. I think you guys don't put any faith in us, and we're going to make you look
Every
bad.
time I've said Palace going to win, they've lost. So forgive me for being sceptical.
Well, what did you say for the West Brom game? Because we won that 5-1. We were doing this.
Never look.
Oh, I love that. Harry's writing them down.
No, I did say he'd win that. Actually. Touche.
Yeah. And you said we'd lose to Tottenham when we drew. So.
Well, you said they'd win. So.
Yeah, I weren't far off.
Potato.
Eze hit the post.
Talking about results.
Well, that was so unlucky.
I know.
Man City have full-time 1-1 with West Brom.
Hey,
Jesus
7th.
Christ.
It's happening. They're coming 7th this year.
Mark breathed a sigh of relief.
That the drop in points to West Brom just furthers my argument.
If we beat West Ham, we're going to be same points as City.
I kind of want Palace to win now.
Yeah,
I don't think
we'll
they're
the same. Be same as we'll be on the same points as United, Everton, Wolves, and City if we beat West Ham. I'll take that. But,
It's definitely a winnable game.
Oh, yeah.
we're going to win it.
West Ham have looked pretty good.
We're going to win it. We're going to win it.
Respect to the confidence.
We're going to win it. Moyes is trash, although he's not actually. He's actually all right, but he's trash. Yeah, no, we're going to win it. I don't want to hear anything else. What's the
Full
game?
faith.
Yeah, we're going to win it. Wait, I'm very much a prisoner at the moment, right? I'm riding high on Palace's wave at the moment of 2 great results. If it could come crashing down, and this time next week I'll be saying that we are the worst team I've ever seen play. I'm very much a prisoner of the moment, and that's just how I live with Palace. But onto Villa versus Burnley. I think Villa will probably get the win here, to be honest. I think like a 2-0 win.
Much more creative team.
Yeah, Burnley are just so boring. It's unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. What'd you say? Yeah.
Obviously, it was like an Aubameyang own goal is why they won against Arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think 2-1 win to Villa.
Nice.
I'm going to say 2-0 as well.
Nice. Ollie?
Yeah, I think 2-0. It's got to be to Villa.
I reckon it'll be 1-0 to Villa.
All going for Villa wins. I like it. Watch Burnley win now. Like we've all picked Villa. But I just don't. I just don't see Burnley standing a chance, to be honest. But
Hendry, what are you doing? You walking to the shops, mate? Jesus.
I'm trying to get my laptop charged.
Oh right.
Oh right.
I was just like going on an adventure, mate. Mid conversation.
I'm still here, aren't I?
Yeah, I know.
It's Sheffield United versus Man United.
Oh, annoyingly.
I want to pick Sheffield United so badly.
Yeah.
But they're not going to win now.
They're going to get. I reckon United's going to beat them 3-1.
I was going to say the exact same. Oh well, actually no. I think 3-0.
3-0.
Sheffield United
3-0.
can't score. Sheffield United can't score. So yeah, I think 3-0 to United. Ollie, what you got, my man?
2-0 United.
2-0 United. What you got, Hendry, for the Sheffield United Man United game?
Well, I'm not going to choose whatever team Bardell supports, so I'll go the opposite. Is it Sheffield United?
Okay,
I'm gonna go for. It's got to be United, doesn't it? That's the most annoying thing. It will be United will win, but it'll be one of those games where it could go Sheffield's way, and then United will just win it either on a penalty or a last-minute goal. So I'm going to say 2-1.
Yeah. I do quite like the idea of Sheffield United's first win coming against United.
That would be nice to see.
That would be nice to see.
It'd be great for next week, because I think next week we've got Bardell on here.
Have you?
Yeah, I think so. Talking of just Man United and stuff like that, but that's going to get, I don't know, that's probably going to get passionate. As I'm going to be putting my Graham Souness hat on, just going to go at Pogba the whole time. But yeah, that's it. Well, yeah, I guess we've done all the matches. Then, how was the scores so far from last week?
Good question, so I'll just have to get on to that.
Doors and doors?
Not amazing. You did well, Alf.
Okay.
You got 2 correct, full house scores. You
Nice.
said Newcastle 2, West Brom 1, and You also said Arsenal nil Burnley 1.
It was fun being on this podcast.
Which was probably my favourite prediction of the season so far.
Let's go.
Mark got 3 points in total for Newcastle's win, Southampton's win, and Leicester's win. I got 4 from Newcastle, the Manchester draw, Southampton, and Leicester. So currently in total, Alf's got 18 with 3 perfect scores. Mark's got 17 with 3, and I've got 13 with 1.
Oh.
Also, so this week, Alf got 7, Mark got 3, I got 4. And my mum, who does not watch football, got 9.
What? Oh God! What did she get any like spot on?
Yeah, she got. She said West Ham would beat Leeds 2-1, and she said Fulham would draw 1-1 with Liverpool.
Get her on.
Oh wow! She needs to get on.
Get her on. Get her on.
She might have to replace Mark.
Harry's the one who's in love.
I'm in the relegation zone here.
Get Harry out, mate.
Yeah,
I'm not even the best in my house.
Is there going to be a forfeit for the end of the season?
Nah.
Harry's going to go shaved again. Shaved head again.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
You just got to be a bitch this time.
I would do the head, but not the beard. I'm not getting rid of it.
No. You can't get rid of the beard. You could bick the hair though. Get all that off.
I'm not picking my hair.
What is the length of your hair now? Paige?
It's gotten fairly long actually.
Pretty normal length now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Me and Ollie actually just went and got our haircuts yesterday, didn't we?
2.5 inches.
Fresh trim.
Decent, mate.
But yeah.
I can't be a barber and bick my own head. That's outrageous.
Well, if anyone can do it, surely it should be you.
Not using a bick.
Nah, do it. It gets like that nice, close shave.
That's not for head skin. Not a bick.
You should wax your head. So you know that wax that people put on their head, and then they rip it off.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Like one big wax
with
strip
nose
on top. Like
Yeah.
just one big wax strip, almost like a helmet, and then you just rip it off like that.
Big motion.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Do you have a way to sign off this podcast? Because I feel like we're just chatting shit now.
No, normally I just say.
There you go,
This is sort of what we do. Normally, I'll tell you a funny thing. The first time I did this, I bloody hung up the call.
Oh my god.
I was like, all right, see you later, everyone. I just hung up the call instead of thinking, we could just stop recording.
I'm a bit annoyed actually. Since I'm on here, I've got to promote. I've got to do a plug. I've got to promote.
Bye everyone. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
No. I've got to promote Shed Gaming because Mark's not doing anything.
Oh yeah, big up.
We got to
Yeah.
promote Shed Gaming.
Big up, Shed Gaming. Big up.
Thank
Shed
you. Thank you for that plug.
I said I spoke to
Bards
Simon
Bites
and I
at
said I'd
Sketchlippy.
plug it.
Yeah, at Bard's Bites at Sketchlippy, absolutely.
Of course.
Harry,
Yeah,
100%. But yeah, no, well, I will actually do a little outro right now. Henry, thank you.
And don't forget to check Alfie's articles.
Oh yeah, Alfie TV on Wix. I'll put it on the in the description. But you go check that out. Put out blogs daily, pretty much. So yeah.
If you need a haircut in Reading, give me a shout.
Woo. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, actually, no, I'm not going to say where I work, just in case. But but yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. Thanks to Ollie and Alex for coming along to this one. It was good to have you guys on.
Long time fan.
Oh well, thank you.
Been here since day one.
Day oneers, we love our day oneers. But yeah, we'll definitely get you guys on for one soon. We'll try. We might, if we have a Tottenham win the league, we might have we'll get you on for that. Maybe that'd be hilarious.
I'm ill that week.
Yeah.
All right. No worries. But yeah, no, thanks once again, guys. Make sure to subscribe and like the video and leave all your comments if you want us to do any videos or what topics you want. If you've got any questions, anything like that, or if you think anyone's been stupid,
We will do shout outs if you want to shout out.
There you
and
go.
leave your questions for Bardell below.
Well, look, we need to get Alex on here permanently. Like,
Henry said that as a reminder to himself.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Sweet. Nice. But yeah, sweet. All right. Well, have a good one, guys, and yeah, we'll see you for the next one. Cheers.
Ciao.